In this edition of Why Are We Here, we are looking at how the police, our security agencies, enforce the new Lagos traffic law. In case you have not noticed, police may deploy all their energy, ammunition, and strategy the same way they will fight armed robbers in tackling these boys because they want to seize their bikes. Let me tell you that police also lay ambush, use their guns whenever they want to impound bikes. I want to bring you a sight from Ikeja. There's this bus stop called Unity Bus Stop. And right there is a guy that sells cars, and I think it's very close to one of the bus stops like that. They sell cars there actually. So this guy was riding the bike and policemen in a bus were after him and he lost control. He accidentally hit at one of the cars that were parked for sale. And then the car seller came to the scene and said, "Police, you have actually caused a trouble. There is damage on one of my cars here, and who's going to repair it? The bike man has run away and you already seized his bike and it's in your bus. So how do I get my car repaired?" The police then threatened to arrest the car seller for asking them questions, and it became a scene. So the policemen left with the damage on the guy's car. They didn't repair, they didn't say anything about it. But the guy says it's not the first time that's the way they usually come, cause trouble for people, cause damages, and they will say they are working for government, they are doing their official duty, and then they just cause damage and leave. What are we doing about this? Still on the police and the enforcement of laws, we delve into the recent imposition of ban on bikes and restriction of parking of vehicles in certain bus stops because they are declared non-bus stops or illegal bus stops. And this footage is from Obafemi Awolowo Way that faces Allen Okpebi and Alausa. This bus stop has actually been declared illegal and non-parking bus stop. But there is a man in the scene who parked his Danfo, which is a commercial bus but called Danfo in Nigeria, and then he was calling passengers. But the policemen did their work. At first, they rounded him up and said, "We have to take this vehicle to our station." But the man identified himself as a soldier man, and so they couldn't do anything for him. So he left that place. Not only leaving, he continued to call passengers after he already slugged it out with them, and right in their presence he continued to call Allen Okpebi. After a brief argument between him and the policeman, they called somebody drew the attention of one of their high-ranking officers, who's a woman, and she came to the scene and they said, "Don't you know this man? He's a soldier. Leave the man alone. Let him continue to do whatever he wants to do." And right there, continue to call passengers again. So that means in Nigeria, you can actually violate law. For example, you can forge certificate, forge signature, forge anything, and pull out loans from bank if you have big and strong political backing. You can as well violate traffic laws if you're a false man. Do you know that, for example, the imposition of ban on bikes in Lagos is not total, it's not absolute, it's not outright. You can actually use your bike on the road if you are a false man. Just wear your uniform and tell them you're a policeman. You don't even need to say, just wear your uniform and continue to do whatever you want to do. Nobody will hold you, except, I don't know, if Fashola catches you on BRT lane.
your transport commander, you know very well.
I don't mind that. Okay, thank you. I'll tell you, thank you, brother.
Okay, thank you. I bet no best.
I'll tell you, I don't mind that.
You don't know.
I'll tell
And finally, in this episode, take a look at this simple slideshow and tell me what you notice. Well, let me just tell you that what you see here is a police station. And the reason I brought this picture is that government is so poor, but individuals in government are rich in this country. And this picture is a typical example. This picture is of a police station I found in Oluwo in Abeokuta. And this place is the police station that serves this area. But right opposite this poultry-looking police station is one of the many or several houses built by former House Speaker Dimeji Bankole, who had a big scandal with the EFCC. Whatever happens to that case, I don't know till now. But that's just one of the houses you see that mansion there. And right opposite the police station that serves the area looks like a poultry. But an individual is richer than the government, and the government cannot afford to do good police station for the people living in an area. That is the paradox. I don't know why this is so. I don't know how we got here. I don't know why we are even here. But all I know is I'm drawing the curtain on this episode at this junction. I see you again later when I bring you more clips that show you scenes from the streets of Nigeria.